Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome back. Let's dive in. I feel kind of guided to do some tarot off the gate. Sagittarius, people and placements, please. Something like a new beginning could be happening in divine timing. Sagittarius. Oh. You could be focusing a lot on your own personal contentment. You might be considering a masculine in your life. This could be a water sign. Could feel like a loss of inspiration, hope, passion, drive towards something. Maybe you've gained clarity on something regarding work or give and take dynamics and some level of instability and a lack of success in it. Alrighty then. Something about nourishing your confidence on the bottom of the deck. Somebody could be wanting to apologize. This could be a devil or somebody older than you or somebody that you might have had a fight with or something like that. Most vital advice, please, for Sagittarius. Ask for your needs to be met. God and the angels can only come to your aid if you make a free will choice to be helped. And it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking others to assist. So you could be like really standing your ground at this moment. This could be about something about thinking about your finances or your self-esteem in general. Most important advice for Sagittarius people watching to align them with destiny, abundance, peace. It's like you're breaking patterns. Somebody could be wanting to talk about breaking these patterns. Fork in the road on the bottom, the reverse. Go ahead and read those. 13 in the reverse. So maybe there's a lack of communication with a Gemini or a friend. This is in the reverse. Let me see. You've come as far as you can on this part of your journey, and now you're faced with a choice. Inherent in this choice is the need for change, for evolution, and for bettering your circumstances. Narrow it down to just a single question. Who do I need to become, and what do I need to believe in order to live a life of prosperity? Answer honestly and from the heart. So maybe you should do automatic writing. You can look up tutorials on YouTube about this question as well. Then the decision about which way to go will be effortless. Who do I need to become? What do I need to believe in order to live a life of prosperity? Okay. Know that abundance is all around you. Choose to see it, and it will be easier to settle on a direction. This could be about dating or Leo or happiness. Yeah. I mean, I just watched a movie called The Upside of Anger, and the whole point of the movie was like about this woman who looks like Michelle Pfeiffer, but it's not Michelle Pfeiffer. And she was really angry at her husband, who she thought had left her for a secretary or something. And she realizes the husband like fell in a well behind the property at the end of the movie, like started ruining it. Just, like she was angry the entire movie. And then you realize at the end that it was like actually, I watch so many movies with twists. I guess that's the best way to end a movie, with a twist. Let's see. What is this? Where are we? 13? Okay. Don't give your power away. Okay, let's see. Don't give your power away, not even to this oracle. By not making a choice, you are making a choice from which you must be accountable. If that choice leads to undesirable circumstances, take heart. Spirit never tires of giving you second chances. You can always start again once you've learned this valuable lesson. So something could be beginning again, maybe in dating or self-esteem or communicating regarding about finances, or maybe making sure you're not operating in any kind of prideful way regarding finances, or happiness, operating from the heart. Okay, we'll read TikTok in the reverse as well. Again, 30 there, so maybe you feel like there's a lack of communication. Have you been feeling as if the clock is ticking and gotten a little nervous that your dreams are taking too long? There is nothing to fear. You will never run out of time for the important things. The miracles that are yours and yours alone cannot be missed. Isn't it amazing? You're in such capable hands with guides and angels hovering in the invisible spaces, ensuring that your journey will be filled with all sorts of goodies. Let your anxiety be gently dispelled by your faith. Yeah, especially if you've been like forwardly pushing. I think we have Mars opposing Pluto, which can mean like Mars is energy, Pluto, like they're on. Maybe you feel like you're either doing one or the other. You're either focusing on, because they're oppositions, right? So it's more like a teeter totter. You could feel like you're either more in Mars, and wherever that is, Mars is in Cancer, wherever that is in your chart is where you're like driving your energy towards. And Pluto, or like power plays, dynamics, endings, rebirths of wherever. I think Capricorn is in your chart right now. I think actually Mars is in Leo right now. I think it's in retrograde. I'm not sure. But wherever Leo specifically and Cancer are, those could be areas that you feel like you're pushing forward towards a lot in your chart, whatever house that is for your chart. And then Pluto in Aquarius and Capricorn, or finishing off in Capricorn and going forward full steam ahead into Aquarius for the next 20 years. Wherever those houses are in your chart, you could feel like an opposition, a pull between these two areas. And they're asking you to kind of like realize maybe this push actually, especially since it's an opposition, it's not really a healthy aspect, could mean that this is something out of fear, or this could be something hidden to you, or like subconscious, or something about like sex or intimacy could be part of like, or fears. I don't know. There could be just like a teeter-totter between those areas, right? So your drive for something, and yet your fear of some other area of your life, which is maybe like pushing this drive, but maybe like in an unhealthy or unteetering way. Maybe we'll just pull up what the hell Mars opposing Pluto means. I didn't watch the transits videos that they dictated about. So let's see what this is about. I think it's happening today because we have a new moon today, but it's also like Mars opposite Pluto new moon transit. Intense, passionate desires. Mars opposite. Oh, this is the natal. Okay, let's try this again. Passionate desires, but difficulty achieving them. So feeling a little frustrated, right? This conflict between your desires and actions creates incredible inner tension. You may become extremely competitive as you strive to reach full potential and improve past efforts. So like it's kind of like, I don't know, it feels like futile, right? Like there's this character in the movie I just watched. I talked about The Upside of Anger. About she was like a ballet dancer, one of the characters, and I don't know, it's like she constantly felt this need to be doing something to burn off energy or anxiety or something like that. So your desire to achieve your goals can activate powerful energies that make you domineering and controlling, ruthless and aggressive. A sense of danger or separation may trigger the release of adrenaline and the fight or flight response. So if you are feeling a little bit like that, that could be definitely because of the astrological transits happening today between those areas of your chart. Everybody will probably be feeling this today, especially. And it is Friday, which is ruled by Venus, right? The planet of love, relationships, finances. Considerable achievements are possible if you channel such primal urges and transform them into physical or creative work. You may succeed in a competitive field like sports or business that requires courage and strength. The project you were determined to complete may have begun a year ago. Oh, that's interesting. May have begun a year ago. What would be happening a year ago from now? Think back. Okay. However, your actions can make others feel threatened or intimidated. Resistance from powerful enemies is possible. I mean, Mars can mean the man or the masculine in your life, like your lover, especially if you're a woman. In a man's chart, it's the Venus, right? Resistance from powerful enemy. It depends. I mean, even if you're LGBTQ, it depends which energy or polarity. If you're more Venusian or Martian, or maybe you're both. You swing back and forth. Who knows? Yeah, resistance from powerful enemies is possible. You will seek out weak spots. Who will seek out weak spots in your plans and defenses? Wow, so we have a new moon today, but we're all feeling super defensive. Like, that's a spicy combination. That's like eating like the hot wings. He has the bomb, right? I don't know if you've seen those videos, but like eating the bomb. Maybe that's what this is, the bomb. This tension building, right? Ooh, diffusing a bomb. Very interesting. Okay. Trying to rule brings danger of violence and ruin, especially if you use ruthless, subversive, immoral, or illegal tactics. Choose battles wisely. You may realize that your efforts will not succeed now. Oh, that's why. That's why this feels futile. Yeah, I mean, like if you're having a burst of ambition, why the hell is this happening on a Friday? You know what I mean? Like, why don't people feel this way on Monday? Okay, sorry. If so, use your energy to transform your goals to remove the heat. Okay, interesting. Remove the heat. Maybe you've been eating spicy foods, or maybe there's been a lot of conflict around you. If you must fight, try enlisting the help of other motivated people. Maintaining high moral codes will increase the likelihood of success. Romantic relationships may become volatile if your willpower and sex drive becomes overbearing. If dating, otherwise, beware of predators and the potential for violence or rape. Or grape, sorry, as they say on TikTok. So, sorry, you heard a lot of me twisting that. I can't help it. Let's do a Cali card. What's vital message for Sag? I think Libra or somebody else got this yesterday. I'm going to read this one though. Just I think they know which ones I'll read, right? Sorry, my chair squeaks. It's really loose, wobbly. Okay, anyways, 42. Yeah, this is something about finances and like your emotions, or like she devours darkness with her endless hunger for light, peace, and redemption. She reaches the deepest places, the darkest spaces, relentless in her pursuit of the lost and despairing. No soul will ever be forgotten, abandoned, or betrayed by her. Those that believe in their own guilt, their sin, their shame, evoke her mighty tenderness, and she feasts upon the darkness that threatens to consume them, alleviating the weight of their suffering, allowing their hearts to become light and free. That's nice. The divine weapon can be unleashed in numerous ways, whether its power is delivered by arrow or sword, or the release of a thought, glance, or sound from the divine mind. Its action is unequivocal and swift. In the blink of an eye, something once considered as solid as a rock is reduced to nothing. Okay. The manifestation of this power is so great we must take pause to consider our motivations, to have kindness and detachment when connecting with this form of Kali Ma, or indeed any of her forms. Fear can make our intentions and actions unnecessarily aggressive. Better to come to Kali from a place of gentle heart and unwavering firmness of sanctuary in her wisdom. Better to recognize that her wisdom, rather than our own point of view, can accomplish the best outcome for all beings. Better to trust in her divine justice and mercy than your concerns about whether you or another shall be held karmically accountable for your actions. So maybe you're just considering karma, or like the seeds, the fruits of your actions. Like considering the past, karma is Saturn. Saturn rules time. You can release all such concerns and simply trust in her, for this will bring peace to your mind and allow you to let go of the past, your mistakes, or the errors of others without being harmed. Release such concerns. So it's a great time to just relax, enjoy this Friday. Because like they said, like it's not a good time to even invest or pour a lot of energy into something, because you're probably going to feel frustrated or angry or something like that. I mean, this is Mars, the planet of anger and drive, war, opposing Pluto, the Pluto of like the planet of death, right? Scorpio season, the harvest at the end of the year, intensity, scorpionic tendencies, sex rules those regions, right? So yeah, I mean. There is a commonly held view that the more powerful you become, the more aggressive or forceful you must be. She offers a different perspective. You can be simultaneously fierce towards ego and kind towards the heart. With true power comes wisdom. The wisdom knows when to be gentle and how to obtain even greater outcomes through tenderness rather than force. Sometimes a strong and unwavering approach, even a sacred rage, might be necessary to accomplish a task, but more often there will be another way. There's also the expression of what's done is done. In this emanation, as a consumer of sin, Kali Masanasini devours past error. This concept of sin is not intended to elicit guilt or shame on our past, but to give us a sense that we can become free from what has been, to learn from it, yes, to allow it to continue to define and direct the course of our lives. Hell no. So this is about maturing boundaries. You could be approaching Saturn retrograde, especially, Saturn's finishing up in Pisces now. So if Saturn's about to enter your Aries house, and your Saturn is in Aries, we did have the North Node in Chiron in Aries for like the past year, I think. So big focus on the Aries sector of your chart now, especially as we have, that makes sense. Like this year, you could have felt wherever Aries was in your chart, this big drive or this big focus on the masculine in general, since Mars rules Aries, right? Chiron healing that area of your life. And wherever this is happening in your chart, could be happening in your career, your daily routine, your children, your dating life, wherever. You felt a drive towards it. But now with Saturn about to enter Aries, finishing off in Pisces, the last zodiac sign, about to enter a new era. And Saturn brings maturity, and Aries rules the head, or the self. It's not about other people, it's about you. So, and there's a level of maturity with Saturn there. Like it rules time, it rules the old man, right? So there could be like an older person in your life, specifically a masculine, and wherever you've had like conflicts with this person could be at stake, at play here for sure. Yeah, this is also about boundaries and karmic patterns, things that parents have passed on to you, things from your ancestors. Yeah, so let's see. When this oracle arises, it's a call to give up your past and your stories about it, especially those that tether you to something that you have long since outgrown. Let yourself off the hook and trust that if you have been beaten down, you will rise with divine grace, to believe in yourself on your path, and to know that ultimately your divine destiny can never be overcome. So this is about maybe linking up with somebody else in like a really self-esteem balancing way, and this person has to maybe operate in the same way. It's about self-love. So if you both have self-love, there could be a connection, or maybe you're deciding to go your separate ways and pursue your own drives, desires. But I'm going to pull a diamond card, the nectar in the center of the reed. Where I split the decks. The destroyer was under that though, so I don't know. Take that with what you will. There's so much darkness actually around this beautiful white rose. So maybe there's some level of like purification happening here. The fault line, something's broken, something's cracked, like your understanding of something. I think you literally got these cards one time, like a week ago. So it's funny how like I do readings and you'll get the same exact cards for a sign, like even a week apart, so but that's the nature of our universe. Very unique and interesting. The queen, this could be you. This could be like a transmuting into a level of queendom, right? Maturing out of this like maiden archetype, which we have in the reverse, right? This is about somebody who's never a virgin, right? And then we have the mother archetype, which is you're becoming your own leader, you're maturing. So yeah, the lotus flower here from the mud, like away from the rose to the lotus, right? So the rose is about being like over naive, all about love, all about that kind of stuff. And then we have the lotus here, which springs from mud, right? We have the full moon, which represents a culmination point, a completion of revelation. And this can be 10. This is 11, actually, I think. Yeah, this is 11. And today is November 1st, but the gateway is 111, right? So I don't know. That's what they say. And then, so there's a new beginning after an ending. We have the completion, right? The Saturn moving to Aries, the color of red, right? The Saturn represents hierarchies. It represents bosses, banks, monarchy. So yeah, any kind of rule or instruction. What the hell is instruction? Isn't that what maybe I'm thinking about inscription. Maybe something about an inscription is relevant. I think in the past, like in Egypt, they used to inscribe on clay. Something here is like ancient wisdom, like from Egypt. Anyways, I don't know. Yeah, the queen. Or you could realize like in Egyptian religions in general, it was the feminine principle that was like the ruler of the universe, because the moon is the closest satellite to Earth. And when you see it go wax and wane, it really impacts our water and growth cycles here. So, you know what I mean? The womb, it represents the darkness, right? There's something about transmuting darkness or like really elevating yourself through it almost, especially since it's yellow in the moon, because that's like the sun of God, right? Elevation towards maybe your feminine nature or something like that. I'm just going on and on. So, oh, I'm getting a call. I've got to go. See you later.